I hope the majority of people will agree with the fact that the workplace is bound to be stressful. I can't deny the fact that stress has become the part and parcel of our life. The best way to deal with stress is to prepare yourself against the stressful situation. If you are living a stressful life, then a certain kind of tea, stress relief toys, etc. can help you to reduce the intensity of stress. Before we discuss the challenging situation in the workplace, allow me to share the link of mind-boggling articles that can help you to overcome stress. Stress relief products. Best stress relief bath products. Let's start with the fact that you have to face a challenging situation at work. Whether you are at any stage of career, that is, fresher, experienced, etc., you have to tackle the workplace challenges. Challenging situation at workplace. To make it more simple, we need to dive deep. There can be numerous reasons for stress in the workplace, and you need to figure out the solution accordingly. To make things simple, we will discuss some challenging situation in the workplace. Lack of skill. If you are a fresher, you may have to face a skill-related challenging situation in the workplace. Needless to say, you have to upgrade your technical skill on a regular basis to cope up with skill-related challenges. For example, you are working as a software engineer. You are getting good rating and everything is going great in your professional life. Suddenly you are asked to get prepared for a project which needs a different skill set as compared to the one you are equipped with. If you are an experienced guy, then it might be a challenging situation for you. Learn programming language. In the latter stage of your career isn't that easy. You will have to first unlearn and learn the basics of new programming language. In this situation, you don't have a lot of options. Either you have to learn the new programming language and start working on the project, or you have to request your boss to move you to some project that is related to your skill sets. There is a high probability that asking for the latter may affect your career in a negative way. So, what's the solution? Depending on an individual's condition, the solution may vary. One of my friends faced a similar situation and he preferred to quit the job. He was in mid of his career and it was really difficult for him to learn a new skill set. But at the same time, if you are a fresher, then quitting job may not be a viable option for you. Rather, you should learn the new skill set and start working on the project. At the start of your career, the more you learn, the better you will be. At the same time, if you are at the verge of retirement, then definitely go for early retirement. However, you may have other responsibilities and your decision on being in the job or quitting can get affected. Overall, if you are working in a technical domain, then you have to keep in mind that at any stage of your career, your company can ask you to upgrade your technical expertise. To some people, this may be a challenging situation, and to others, this may not be. Conflict with your boss. Trust me, this is a very common challenging situation at work, and sooner or later you are gonna face it in your professional career. There will be situations when you will disagree with your boss' view or decision, and your no will definitely affect the situation in a negative way. So, the best thing that you can do is to respond and not react. It's natural that you and your boss will not always agree on a particular project or other related queries and decision. Even the appraisal time can be very stressful for you. I have come across many instances in my life where the normal discussion has taken the shape of argument and further reached the level of the altercation. If you put some stress on your mind, then you will be able to remember your own story. A conflict with your boss is very normal, and at times, it can be the talk of the town. Correct me if I am wrong. Let's discuss some of the reasons for conflict. Project deadline. It is one of the common reasons for conflict between the boss and the subordinates. I have seen the bosses committing the timeline to the clients without taking into consideration the team. The result is that the team has to face the anger and pressure of the boss. Sometimes to get the project, boss commits the time that is unreal. This forms the foundation of a challenging and stressful situation which ends only after the project is delivered. If you are the one who has faced a similar situation in the past, then let us know the way you overcome the challenges that this kind of situation creates. I will suggest you discuss the scenario with your boss and update him the minimum time, resource and skill set that will be required to complete the project. It's always good to have a fruitful and healthy discussion with your boss over the project. Appraisal. I have seen people having a heated argument with their bosses when it comes to yearly appraisal. Most of the employees aren't happy with the rating they receive. There can be numerous reasons for it. For example, a huge gap between performance and expectation. I have personally experienced the appraisal pressure, and unfortunately, I wasn't prepared for this challenging situation. I was assuming that I will get the highest rating and will also be promoted. I went into the meeting with this mindset, and rest is history. Needless to say, my expectation from the appraisal meeting was way more than the result I got. I can't recall when my discussion took the shape of the heated argument and things became so worse that I have to take a call. The very next day I put down my paper. The incident I am sharing is of my first job, and over a period of time, I learned to manage stress. If you are working under someone, then it's very important to learn the skill to manage the stress in a positive way. If aren't able to do so, then it will be very difficult for you to go very high in your professional career. Final verdict: challenging situation at work. Example: there can be numerous other examples of the stressful situation at the workplace, but one thing will always be common in all these situations, and that is the difference between reality and expectation. Related: how to handle stressful situation at work. I always suggest people respond to the challenging situation and not react. You need to keep in mind that patience and perseverance are the keys to success. Remember, most of the time in your workplace, things will not happen as per your expectation, and you have to tackle the situation with integrity and positive. You never lose in your life until you give up. Either you are successful or you have experience. The challenging situation at work isn't a hidden truth. Almost everyone is aware of this fact, and the one who handles it positively moves to the next level. Until you will not try to change things, nothing will change. It's always a good choice to take the initiative and face the situation.